the Nightmare, the Eater of Worlds, the Cosmos, the Untold rivalry of Cody Rhodes and Bray Wyatt. Today we'll be going over the past, the present, and the future. Let's go. So when Bray Wyatt was first introduced to World Wrestling Entertainment, it was as Husky Harris, a much different version than the one we have today, and it was on NXT, with the whole pros teaching the rookies version of NXT back in 2010. And who was his mentor? None other than Cody Rhodes. And the two had a unique friendship, with Cody being in his dashing gimmick, looking at himself in the mirror during his entrance, and giving everyone tips on how to improve their looks, because why not? And since Husky was not as dashing as Cody in his eyes, he became the butt of a joke during an episode of SmackDown, in which Rhodes taunted Husky about his looks, but it wasn't all bad, as Husky and Cody were able to team together in NXT, going up against MVP and Percy Watson, as well as having single matches against the likes of MVP and future winner of the season, Kavan. But like they say, all good things must come to an end, as Harris was eliminated from NXT. However, we would still see Harris as a member of the faction, the New Nexus, which resulted in his rather unique inhibition, before being punted into oblivion by Randy Orton. Meanwhile, his dashing protege was set up for a bout against the master of the 619 on the grandest stage of them all. It's safe to say the pro and the rookie were where they needed to be. But then, something changed. Fast forward to 2013, where the new iteration of Husky Harris, Bray Wyatt, was on the scene. And did he make a statement, taking out the likes of Kane at SummerSlam, Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble, and going toe-to-toe with Mr. Hustle Loyalty Respect, John Cena at WrestleMania 30. Meanwhile, for the pro, Cody won at SummerSlam against former tag team partner Damien Sandow, and at WrestleMania 30, he was in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which is a big difference when you compare it to his former NXT rookie. Fast forward to WrestleMania 31, with the former Cody turned Stardust being in the Intercontinental 6-man ladder match, to the Eater of Worlds taking on the Deadman at WrestleMania 31. Again, the parallels are there, and it seemed like the student had become the master. But there was a point in time where both superstars had gold around their waist. 2020 was an interesting year for professional wrestling, we won't get into that. But for both superstars, the first half was an exceptional one, with Cody being crowned the first TNT champion in All Elite Wrestling and having wars with Mr. Brody Lee, to The Fiend becoming Universal Champion and having a brutal bout with former rival Daniel Bryan at the 2020 Royal Rumble. It was a great time for both competitors, and in 2022/2023, we came full circle. The American Nightmare returned to the company he left back in 2015 in what was a massive shock at the time, beating Seth Rollins at WrestleMania and WrestleMania Backlash, with their bitter rivalry concluding in Hell in a Cell. I would talk about Bray's match with Seth in Hell in a Cell, but we shouldn't go there. From there, Cody would go on to win the Royal Rumble, an incredible feat for the American Nightmare, while Bray made his return at Extreme Rules in October, in one of the coolest returns to date, and feuded with LA Knight in a unique matchup at the Royal Rumble. And just like that, we were back to square one, with Cody being the one on top, but this time he was a lot more of a star than he was before, going one-on-one with the Tribal Chief at WrestleMania, and having a string of intense bouts with Rollins and Brock Lesnar. With the trilogy concluding at SummerSlam, will the American Nightmare's rookie make a return and show who really is the student and who is the master? Time will tell, but I know that the story they could tell would be sensational. From the similarities of being both generational superstars, to both having wacky gimmicks from the dashing to the cult leader, to Stardust and the Cosmos, to the Firefly Funhouse and Bray's puppets. They could talk about how they both got released and how they inevitably came back to one another, both being much bigger stars than when they first started. But the real question is, will Bray cross the road? Or will Cody let him in? Guys, that is the Untold rivalry, and yeah, I really hope Bray shows up at SummerSlam. The promos and the face-to-face, it would be incredible, especially if they dive into the past. But yeah guys, that'll be it for today. Leave a like, subscribe, and take care.